respected Swamiji. I really feel embarrassed because of this last moment adjustments which I requested you to do for me. Dignitaries on the dais with my salutations in their feet. Dear friends, it's a great opportunity for me to be here and speak something on positive thinking. There are many different aspects of positive thinking. One of the aspects is about the words which we use in our self-talk or the words which we use while talking to others, while communicating to others or our own mind. We use words in our thinking. Thinking is comprised of words and images and sometimes feelings also. Now, I would like to spend my this 12 to 15 minutes on speaking something about choosing the words, which can enormously help us in shifting the paradigm and going from negativity to positivity. Say, we may carry out a simple small experiment now. I have a request for all of you. For 15 seconds, I am going to keep quiet. For 15 seconds, I will be silently watching. In this next 15 seconds, please do not think about your right ear. Okay? Don't think about your right ear for next 15 seconds. Okay. Now please tell me honestly, how many of you had a thought of right ear? Please raise your hands. Perhaps many of you. And many of you could not think anything else but the right ear. And some smart people might have thought of left ear. Or somebody might have thought, I am not going to think of right ear. What is that? So when you ask your mind not to do something, mind will start doing that. Why it happens so? See, the thoughts originate from the subconscious mind. We don't have time to understand conscious, subconscious whole, but then there is a larger portion of our mind which functions without our awareness. And the thoughts and the feelings originate from there. And in that subconscious mind, there is no logic. Logic nahi hai wahan, tark nahi hai. So there is no grammar in subconscious mind. There is a different grammar of subconscious than the conscious mind. Whatever statement we speak or we think, the keyword is received by the subconscious. Keyword. So when I say don't think about right ear, in this statement, keyword is right ear. And your subconscious picks up that. It starts doing something with the right ear. Don't is not understood by the subconscious. You might have observed, where it is written no parking, people will park there only. No speaking, people will speak there only. Because no is not seen to the subconscious mind. This is a very important principle of positivity. Whatever we want, we need to think of that rather than whatever we do not want. You know, many people and most of the youth, you have major problem of anger, losing temper, short-temperedness. That's a very common problem. Now, there are several reasons for that. Now, when you have anger, most of the time you think that I don't want anger. I want to control my anger. I want to reduce my anger. And as many times you think like this, your subconscious is programmed for anger because you've been thinking of anger only. Okay? So, if you don't want anger, you need to think of what do you want. I want peace of mind. I want calm and relaxed and comfortable state of mind. Think of what you want rather than what you don't want. And you know, it is found, there are a number of researches that the whole human race is programmed negatively. Many clinical psychology studies are there, social psychology studies are there. Of course, I would say it was programmed negatively. Now for last 20-25 years, a lot of efforts are going on positivity, converting the human race to positivity. I learned this principle in 91. Before 91, I started my career in this psychosomatic medicine hypnotherapy long back in 82. But for initial 10 years, I had lot of negativity in my communication too. Like when some friend would come at home and I want to give him some treatment, taking him to my upstairs room, I used to tell my young child, my son was young, I used to tell him, beta, I am going up with the uncle, with his uncle for giving some treatment. So you please don't come upstairs, don't disturb me. And within 2 minutes he will be upstairs. Because I have suggested him for coming upstairs by saying don't come upstairs. Okay? Then later on when I learned this principle, my daughter was young, I used to tell, beta, I am going up with the patient for giving treatment. In the meantime, you complete your homework, you play with your friend. So whatever the child is supposed to do, we are supposed to tell that rather than what the child is not supposed to do. We have this habit. Suppose Kiranbhai has taken some book from me and I want it tomorrow. I'll tell Kiranbhai, please bring it tomorrow. Don't forget. And when I say don't forget, he is most likely to forget. Because I programmed his mind for forgetting. I need to say, do remember. Please remember. Okay, so these words are very important. Earlier, like in 94 or so, when I learned this principle, I was very enthusiastically talking about positivity. Forest department, these senior executives in the forest department, I was doing a workshop for them. While I was talking about positivity, you know, they started discussing. They put big hoardings, don't cut trees, don't destroy jungle, all negative. And then, of course, not only my input, they might have got input from large number of other faculties and people, but what you see now is a very good chain: grow jungle, grow trees, protect trees. These are the right messages. You might have seen in doctors' waiting room, earlier they used to write no noise, and now they write keep silence. Keep silence is positive. So in many ways, the positivity is coming up in communication, in words. I used to give large number of examples and tell about positivity earlier when I started talking. But at the end of the talk, I used to say people that so that you see that there are no negative words in your communication. You know, पानी फेर देता था पूरे क्लास, पूरे लेक्चर के ऊपर. I need to say, see that there are all positive words in your communication. So we use positive words. I remember somewhere I read before many years, Rabindranath Tagore has written somewhere that if we stop teaching children that don't speak lie, if we stop teaching this thing, perhaps after several years, all the people in the world would be speaking truth only. Nobody would be speaking lie, because that little child do not know what is lie. He would speak whatever he experienced, whatever he see. But we say don't speak lie. So the child would know, okay, there is something called lie. And then gradually he would pick up what is lie. So, in this few minutes, what I wanted to give you is this message that whenever you are thinking, you are conveying something to somebody, just think about choosing positive words. Whatever you want to say, you say that. Many places you might have seen do's and don'ts. The list of do's is only, that is the normal tendency. So we go from don'ts to do's now. And I hope that in these few minutes I could convey some message which you will carry home and start using positive words in your communication. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request humbly to Pujya Swami Atmasathananda Maharaj to deliver his speech. Pujya Swami Atmasathananda Maharaj.
Respected dignitaries on the stage and their friends. Just a little while ago we heard a very thoughtful and insightful, short but truly appropriate to the occasion talk by our friend here. And I hope the message which he has conveyed, the message of from don't to do, goes very deep into your mind. If you look into your life, you would know that there are so many types of problems that you have. Every human being has problems. No one should think that I am very unique and I alone have that problem and all of us are better off than me. We share problems. And these problems have been categorized by our thinkers as falling into three categories. The problems that are created or that we have to solve, to use the clue from in. We have to solve the problems, first of all, at the level of our physical living. The elements of nature create problem for us. For example, if it is very hot, or if it is very cold, it is raining, or if there is a